Start with the obvious one. How's the shoulder?
Yeah, it's going okay, thanks. Had a couple of days off now since the last game, and the plan is to play tomorrow. So we'll just sort of keep assessing as we go along, but it's going okay.
Did it give you a bit of trouble in that last game?
It did at different times, but that's sort of the way it's been for the last couple of games, I guess. We're just sort of trying to manage it as best we can, but I feel like I've been able to bat reasonably well with it, which is important. So it's just sort of an ongoing thing.
What's the feeling in the team coming off the loss to England?
Oh, look, obviously we were disappointed with the result. We probably didn't play as consistently as we would have liked. We had some good patches there, but weren't able to put enough pressure on England, throughout the game. So plenty of things to learn from, which I think is a really good thing. And probably, a nice sort of wake-up call for us heading into another tough game tomorrow against India. So we're looking for an improved performance.
Can we expect a bit of a change to the bowling lineup for you guys?
We haven't sort of discussed that too much yet. We've got options there, but I think, as I mentioned, we've been good in patches with the ball, but haven't sort of nailed that consistency. So we've done this every game. We'll look at the conditions, the opposition, and pick the best lineup that we think is going to win the game for us tomorrow.
Meg, have you had a chance to look at this Indian side and identified any potential strengths and weaknesses they have?
We've seen a little bit of them. Obviously against England they had a great game, and I mentioned Mandana and Raj. Along with their other batters there's not a lot of weaknesses in their batting lineup, especially their top six. So we're looking to try and nullify them as much as we can by getting off to a good start with the ball, and their bowlers have done a great job as well. Goswami sort of leads their attack and comes in with some good pressure. So we look at the opposition, but I think we're going to focus a fair bit on us tomorrow and actually really try and nail down our performance and lift that consistency, which is what we're searching for. So we're looking forward to another chance to get out there and put together our best game.
Just on Mandana, how impressed have you been with what you've seen from her so far this tournament? How big a talent do you think she is?
Oh, look, she's a huge talent, and we saw her out in Australia a couple of years ago, actually. She made 100 against us and made a fair few runs, so we sort of knew that, how good she was and that she'd keep improving. So it hasn't really surprised us too much that she's done so well, because we knew she was a very good player. So, we'll have to make sure we get her out cheaply tomorrow to sort of ensure that they don't get away from us too much.
Is there more pressure going into this game, given how tight it is now? There's only two left until you get to the top four. I mean, has a feeling of pressure crept in?
Oh, I don't think any more than any other game. It's a World Cup, so every game has a lot of pressure attached to it, and I thought last game was a good experience for our group to play under that sort of pressure and a chance to sort of learn from that and make sure that we're better next game. So the squad's feeling really relaxed and looking forward to the challenge against playing against good opposition. But I think that the pressure's on everyone at this stage of the tournament, so we're not feeling that there's any more than there has been.
If you look at women's tournaments or in general tournament performances, very few unbeaten teams go on to win the championship. Do your team feel that it was good to get a loss out of the way looking forward?
Look, we go into every game trying to win, and obviously that didn't happen for us the other day, and I mentioned before, but it's important that we learn a lot from the last game and actually take that into the future games in the tournament. So we've had some good discussions as a group as to what we can do a little bit better and differently, and I think that's the really important thing for us, is actually changing a couple of things and actually doing things better, and learning from that experience. So not ideal to have a loss, but hopefully that still can give us something to look forward to in the tournament.
The spin attack has been rated quite highly. How would you rate it in comparison to India's?
Look, I think India's spinners have done a very good job. I think Bish has taken a fair few wickets, and they've been able to tie teams down with that as well. So I think a lot of teams have sort of employed that tactic and tended to bowl sort of quite straight at the stumps throughout the tournament. So it's been really good from our spinners to be very successful and be doing well so far, but it's important that our whole attack as a unit is working together and making sure that we're putting a lot of pressure on the opposition. So hopefully that can continue, and we can put together a good performance with the ball tomorrow.